What's up, you beauties? Welcome to High and Wide Hockey YouTube channel. Flyers fall to the Washington Capitals by a final score of 4-1 on Tuesday night. The Flyers dropped their fifth straight game to open the season. They now stand at 1-4-1. This was a tough one from the start. Flyers give up two shorthanded goals in the first period and weren't able to recover. It was pretty much a long night from the jump. The Flyers just look disjointed. They look uninspired, getting outplayed. The Capitals look like a playoff team tonight, and the Flyers look like a team trying to figure things out. And that might just be the reality of where things are with the Flyers at this point. Some guys like Michkov entering the lineup, Noah Cates in and out of the lineup, Couturier trying to find his footing. I guess that's where we are, guys. The Flyers are trying to figure out what they have. Whereas the Capitals came in and they knew who they were, they knew what they were about, and they took it to the Flyers early and often. Outshot the Flyers 29-18, outshot them in the second and third periods. Shots were 10-10 after one. Sam Ersson made 25 saves in the loss. Charlie Lindgren, 17 of 18 shots stopped for the Capitals in the win. Tough times right now for the Flyers. Giving up the two shorties, that'll deflate things quick. Micah London, thanks for chiming in here. Quiet tank for the Flyers, and that very well may be what it is. It's hard to find answers for this game, and typically I try to be positive, and I do have some positives from tonight's game, believe it or not. But let's just get to some of the play here with the team. There seems to be they're very lackadaisical, uninspired. There were plays where players weren't ready for passes, which bothers the hell out of me. Very lackadaisical. For example, a guy like Owen Tippett, we know that his hockey IQ, hockey sense is a thing. That's going to show up in his game. That's just how he is. There were times tonight where he got pushed around and didn't show any fight back, and I don't remember seeing a lot of that last year with Owen Tippett. It seems like teams are kind of making a point to get their body on Owen Tippett, and he's just kind of taking it. He's just taking hits and looks very uninspired to me. And maybe he's in his head. Maybe he's not feeling it right now. He's a goal scorer, and the goals aren't coming. But there's definitely something there. I want to know from you guys, what did you guys see from tonight's game? To me, the Flyers look very disjointed. It seems like they're trying to figure things out. And Dave chimes in on Tippett. He's invisible, yeah. And you could probably say that for a few guys, but Tippett to me, just hasn't had it from the jump this season. And he's a guy that I picked for potential 30-goal guy for this team. They need him to score goals. He doesn't have to do, that's all he needs to do for me is provide offense for Owen Tippett. Pond Hockey Kings. Yeah, that's kind of the way it looks. There's no rhyme or reason for what they're doing offensively. It's just kind of disjointed. That's the best way I can describe it. Unfortunately, there's no synergy to their game. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing, and they're surprised when they get a pass here or surprised when a guy does something. Maybe there's no familiarity somehow. At the same time, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this right now because it's more fun to overreact and fire the coach and trade this guy 6 games in. Jamie Drysdale this season is going to be learning. For Jamie Drysdale, we should see him get better as the season goes on. I don't know what you do with a guy like Tippett. I think you got to keep playing him till he scores a goal. And a guy like him, once he gets a goal, then he gets going. Another great point by Micah. All the scoring's coming from defense. Sanheim with a great shot tonight. And he looked like a different player after that scuffle in front of I think it was Lindgren there in the second period. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need to get pissed off a little bit because they're not playing pissed off right now, right? They just kind of look like they're out there and teams are doing what they want. what they want to do. So I think Flyers fans were so excited for this team, and to score 1 goal through 6 periods at home, absolutely a letdown. Been outscored 6-1 on home ice. I mentioned they were outshot 29-18 tonight. 18 shots. That's 6 shots a period. It's just far from what we were used to seeing last year. And it almost seems like what was going on at the end of last season has trickled into this season. Comment here from Shadow. This team is not working as hard. They're not blocking shots. They look disinterested. When you stop blocking shots, when you look disinterested, what's that usually mean? Dave, I know you've been around long enough to get where I'm coming from with that. So yeah, I'll drop a hint there, but there are rumblings, that maybe this team's over the coach a little bit. So we'll see what happens there. Micah, get Owen Tippett away from Michkov, get Farabee or Forster. Yeah, they got to figure something out there with Tippett and Michkov. I would say that as well. And look, this team, they're strong at wing. They're not strong down the middle. They're trying to figure it out defensively. And they have maybe one legitimate goaltender right now. Not really a recipe for success. So not sure how high our expectations should be out of the gate. I think a lot of fans are excited for Michkov, who, in my opinion, looked like a rookie tonight, however unpopular that might be. He was pushed around at times. He looked like an 18, 19-year-old kid, which I think should be expected more often than not. Hey, Kenny G chiming in. It's looking like a deeper rebuild than we all originally thought. 20 games in, it's going to be a bit late to keep saying it's early if this keeps going, and that's a great point. Yeah, great point. Yeah, how many games can you give before they get it together? Dan chimes in. They quit on the coach last year. It was clear as day. Hope the players don't get off easy though. Dan said it, not me. You hope that's not the case. Again, we're only 5-6 games in here. I remember saying last year, though, I don't see Torts making it to year 4. I don't know if they bring him into the front office. I'm not sure what that relationship is like. There could be something more going on here than just bad play. For the most part, this is the same roster from last season. What changed? I don't know. I don't want to make it into a bigger thing than just tonight or the other night, because it is just a post-game show. Yeah, it is. It is still a thing. And I remember last season when he made that choice to bench Couturier for however long it was, a game or so. It seemed too early in his tenure to go to that move. That's something you do, I think, when the team's battling for playoff spots, a last resort, bench the captain kind of thing. And I think he did that too early. I don't want to say that I don't know. I can't say because I'm not in the room. I don't talk to the players. I don't want to say that he's lost the room yet. But there could be something else going on. The team doesn't look like they looked last year, at least not early on. We heard that they all had a great camp. Things were looking up heading into the season. Play on the ice is not reflecting that, right? This is from Sean C. This is honestly beginning to remind of Laviolette's final days in 2013. Different teams and different stages, though. Yeah. Jonathan Nesbitt, lottery pick is looking like a lock at this point. Hey, so it's not all bad. All right. We got Michkov over here. We got Luchenko for his 9-game trial. And still get a lottery pick out of it. It's a hell of a lottery for centers, right? And that's what we keep hearing about is Flyers don't have centers. So not all bad. But what I find interesting is, fans are angry, at least on Twitter. And what I get out of that is fans care again. They have expectations again. which I guess is good. Unfortunately, the team's not delivering on the ice. And who would have thought coming into this year, the Flyers wouldn't be able to score goals? One goal at home in 2 games, and then didn't look all that great out west. So, look, it's early in the season. They're not winning the Stanley Cup this year. They have 76 more games to figure things out. So, yeah, not much else to say. Another tough one to find positives. I brought up Noah Cates. Hey, Scott Lawton just had a baby, so congratulations. I thought Lawton looked good tonight at times. Travis Konechny looked good. You know what it is? There are individual players at certain times, not consistently, look good throughout a game, but the team as a whole doesn't look good. And it's really that simple. There's no synergy. They're not playing. They're not on the same page. And a team like the Capitals tonight were on the same page and made the Flyers look silly at times. We have a comment from Megan Riley here. This team is just looking lost right now. It's the turnovers and power play that are killing them. I believe they'll turn it around, but they're very frustrating right now. And well said, Megan. Yeah, it's tough hockey to watch. They don't look good. Hopefully, maybe it's better that this is happening now. They figured things out, and who knows, maybe they get better as the season goes on. But yeah, another bright side for tonight, the game started at 6, so I can go home a little early tonight. Micah, what do you expect when you push for the playoffs when you should be looking for high-end talent in the draft? They set unrealistic expectations for the fan base. Is that on the Flyers? I don't know. I think you look at this team and they have some exciting players, but are they built to be one of the top teams in the league right now? I think people expected a lot from Michkov right away. And I think people still are expecting a lot from Michkov right away, and that's fine. That's good. They have expectations, and he will reach them. The team doesn't look on the same page. They'll get there, I think. They're getting used to playing with Michkov too, and vice versa. Jonathan chimes in. Drysdale's turnovers and gaffes are going to get him some press box time. See, I don't know about that. I think they want him out there trying things. I mean, they might get him in there, but if I'm coaching, I want him out there. I want his confidence to be up. I don't want to hurt his confidence. I don't know. I'm not putting Drysdale in the box. Look, he was always going to have a slow start to the season, at least in my opinion, especially after the offseason surgery, and he's learning how the Flyers play defense. Brad Shaw's got his hands on him. He'll get better as the season progresses. I have no doubt with Jamie Drysdale. The talent and skill is there. Michkov should have at least 4 or 5 more points. The players can't finish. That's from Shadow 3X. Yeah, there were times tonight where guys just weren't ready to accept passes, unfortunately. So, yeah. 4-1 loss tonight, guys. Right back at it tomorrow night. Look, a lot of people were worried after last game. What I try to do is I try to keep a cool head. And I said, okay, the travel. We'll use that as an excuse. Let's see how they come out for the second game at home against a division rival. Knocked them out of the playoffs last year. Remember, on the last game of the year. And gave up 2 shorties, and that was it. Pretty uninspiring effort overall. At least the other night, they clanged a bunch of pucks off posts. Tonight, not so much. It was a tough watch. The Capitals are a tough team, though, by the way. I got to tell you, I don't want to say I was overly impressed, but they look like a tough team. They play together. They're a tough team to play against. They battle for pucks. They win puck battles. So, tough game for the Flyers there. So, I'm going to wrap this one up. We're at 15 minutes. Thank you to everyone for for watching and tuning in. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I'll be back for a post-game tomorrow night as the Flyers are away against Washington. They'll look to snap their 5-game losing streak. So for HW Hockey, I'm Jim Michkov. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye-bye.